Mo tún gbọ́rọ̀ àgbàdé o, ẹ tẹ́tí ẹ gbọ́. Ọ̀rọ̀ àgbà bí ó ṣe lówùúrọ̀, bó pẹ́ títí, a ṣe lọ́jọ́ alẹ́. This is another edition of The Real Truth of Marriage. Yes, the real truth of marriage. Marriage is very sweet. Marriage is the best thing you can ever experience, but that is when you have your own God-given partner. And also when you follow what I am dishing out here to make you understand what marriage is all about. Yes, marriage is not easy, but it's also easy if you plan it very well. He has planning. He has his game. He has his understanding. He has his knowledge. He has where you apply wisdom. He has where you apply prayer. He has diverse way of dealing with it. It even has where you have to apply force. You force your wife to do some certain things. You force your husband to do some certain things. Yes. If the two of you are bound to be together, marriage is doomed, especially with those up and downs. So sweet. So we've been talking about investigation. We as Africans, how we handle marriage, how we play or put importance into investigation, how it is essential for us to investigate the man or the woman we want to get married to. We don't just marry. I don't need to meet you on Facebook and that is all. No. I don't need to meet you on Twitter and say that is all. I don't need to meet you at the party and say that is all. In fact, there is a proverb in Yoruba land. That when you get a woman at a party, if you are not careful, that same woman will leave you one day because she's a party freak. Although it may not be applicable to her, but in most cases, it is like that. So it is very good to investigate. So we are still on investigation. Another thing we are going to look at in investigation is this. Like I said in the last edition, that we have to look at the family they came from, whether you are related or not. I think I've touched all that. Another important thing you need to look into, which is very, very important, are you compatible spiritually? Don't forget my definition of marriage. Marriage is coming together of two souls, not two bodies. Each person in marriage has their own souls. So we are bringing two souls together. On this program today, I will tell us an experience of an elderly woman. This woman should be about 70, 80 by now. She said at the beginning of her life, she wanted to marry or get married to an educated person. She wasn't read. Her father was a customary court judge, but fortunately, Mama was not able to go to school. You know, in those good old days, some of our fathers does not believe in women going to school. They just believe that at the end of the day, she's going to she will hand it up in one man's kitchen. So with that, they feel that giving a woman education is just a waste of money. But this woman loves education. In fact, up till now, if you speak English near her, I don't know how it's possible for her. She picks some. She may not reply you, but she will tell you. But one thing that happened was this, according to what she told me. She was supposed to marry a principal. She dated this principal for a period of time. But when she has to start her investigation spiritually, she discovered that she cannot marry this particular man. Why? If she get married together, two things will happen. Two. One, it's either she remain barren or she will continue to have children and those children will be dying. It's either she remain barren or she has stillbirth or the children will live for some days and after that, bam, die. That is it. She had another man at the government secretariat then. She started an courtship with this man. At some point, she went again to do investigation, spiritual investigation, and she was told, you can't marry this man. Why? Same thing will happen. It was at this point, she now asks from the person she wants to inquire spiritually, what is the problem? The man now said, my daughter, if you marry an educated person, there's no way you will be able to have children. But I think what they're trying to tell her is this. It is just my own thinking. You cannot marry a highly placed person. There are some people, either man or woman, who cannot marry a highly placed person. There will always be problem there. You have to look for a low income person or probably middle income person that you will be together. You start the journey together. And at the end of the day, God will give it two of you all you need. God will supply all your needs for you. So she was told that if she wants to get married and have children, she has to marry a lowly placed person. That is, she has to marry somebody like a laborer, like a farmer. She now went back to her village and she got married to her present husband. Yes, the man is dead today, but I'll tell you one thing. Before this man died, I will tell you what the two of them accomplished. All their children are graduates. That is number one accomplishment, which I'm going to tell you. It's one thing for you to have money, and it's one thing for you to train your children. She and her husband were able to train all their children. All of them are graduates. That is number one. Number two, the two of them has about 6 houses in Ibadan. They have vast lands that are still remaining now, which they are ready to will to their children. They live comfortably. They are okay. Why was her life like this? She listened to the advice. She did a very good investigation. So, with this, I'm going to discuss something with us on investigation. Spiritual investigation is very, very important in marriage. After all these so-called, where is the family from? Where is the father from? Where is the mother from? We now need to go deep into the spiritual investigation. Like I said, it is two souls. Each soul has its own star. Somebody will tell you that this is divination. I tell you, if you can listen to me and understand this thing very well, it is not divination. When our Lord Jesus Christ was given back to, 3 wise men saw his star, and they pursued his star until they find him, and they gave him some gifts. They gave it to him. So note it today. Star reading, it is not divination if it is used for the positive side. Herbs are not divination if they are used for positive side. In marriage, there are some stars that cannot come together no matter the situation. They can never marry each other. If they do, well, probably 1 out of 100, God may use them as his own experiment. But in most occasions, which we have already walked upon and see and discovered, there's no way they can be together. I'll give you an example. If a man or woman is, or her element, if this person's element is water, and the other person's element is fire, there is trouble. There is trouble. They may not be able to marry each other. I will never advise it. Also, if it is water, the other element is heart, or air. The water is even somehow. To marry anybody with water element, you have to work hard on it. You have to be so sure that the two of you are compatible. If spiritually you are not compatible, you get married to each other, there will be trouble. Let me explain something to us. Each element has 6 sub-elements, 6 characteristics, which you must look to and which guide every marriage. will give them to you one by one. Number one, sexual relationship and intimacy. Do you know that you can marry a man or a woman that you will not be sexually appealing to each other? Your sexual relationship will not be strong. Yes, you are married already, but you just discover that this man, this woman, sexually we are not okay. It's not that the man is not strong. It's not that his manhood is not okay. It's not that the woman is not beautiful, but she's not sexually appealing. There will be one thing or the other happening during sexual relationship. To have sex with her, you just feel like, but you, this same man, if you see another woman outside, in whom your star is together, to be doing like having sex with this one every seconds. Do you know that there are some people in this world, they have sex nearly every day, husband and wife? I will tell you something. Do you know that marriage can also be likened to a four-legged stool or chair with four legs, or table with four legs, or a vehicle with four tires? The moment any of the legs is broken or the tire removed, the vehicle has started having problem. The vehicle cannot move forward, so the marriage starts having problem. I will explain again. Do you know that it is only during sexual relationship a man and a woman are interlocked together like this? They are interlocked. It is only during sexual relationship you are locked together. And it is in this sexual relationship we are passing blessings and curses to each other. During the sexual relationship, it depends on the heart you have to your husband at that time or to your wife at that time. If you are compatible spiritually, okay, let me come to this again. Do you know that some rituals are done during sex? This is the root truth of marriage. Do you know that some prayers are done during sex? Do you know that some prayers are answered by God during sex? I have one boy. You will tell me that, excuse me, and body won't be it looks funny. During sex, you are passing blessing and curses onto each other. Like I said, if water and fire should marry each other, the water will just be passing curses to the fire. There's nothing that man will lay his hand upon, that woman will lay her hands upon, that will prosper during that period. There is nothing. There is nothing. Go and ask. If you want to ask me more, I'm ready to give you the all details you need, free of charge. So listen carefully. Investigation in marriage is very, very important. It is during this sexual relationship that the life of some men gets destroyed totally, and they don't know. Do you know that the semen is blood? Do you know that the woman's semen is also blood? Do you know that by the time you insert your penis into this woman's vagina, you release your sperm into her, she also releases her own onto you, the blood are mixing together. You are carrying her with you as you are going. She's carrying you with her as you are going. And the white man will tell you that that is DNA. The real truth of marriage. Ẹjẹ́ agbára lóòótọ́ ọ̀rọ̀. Bọ̀dọ̀ onídòkúdò, àǹtí onídòkúdò. Ẹ róore o. Ẹ lówó lọ́wọ́ lẹ ṣe lọ́ńdó bọ̀dá yẹn. Àǹtí yẹn free lẹ ṣe rí dó bọ̀dá. Ẹ róore. A lot of men had encountered serious problem during sexual relationship with women. So please, the first characteristics that is between two elements to know in your compatibility is sexual relationship. If the woman is not sexually appealing to you, let her go, drop her. You will find another one. Even before you go and check, you will know. Let me give you one. The only thing that women don't ask for sex, they do. And some of the women that really ask for sex, whether they are circumcised or not, I will tell you. If you are compatible, really compatible, she will be the one that will be making the advancement. Women that are of air element. If they meet with their own compatible partner, you will do up. She's ready at any time for sex. So when you find such a woman with you and she's not ready for sex all the time, note it, she's not your own. You are not compatible. Note it. You are not. It is, what I'm saying is, when you are compatible, the two of you initiate sex at every second. I know of a man, if you go to their house on Sunday, if it is 1 minute after 2, this man and his wife, they will not answer you because it is late. From 2 o'clock to 7 o'clock on Sunday, it is sex time. You will discover that it will be so hard for this kind of marriage to have problem. Because when it is on Sunday and they need to do it, either party will initiate it. Either party will initiate it. This man, if you get to his house after 2, he's already going up. They have a duplex. His leg is already on the staircase. Excuse me, I want to see you. Please come back. Come back tomorrow. You can see me in the office tomorrow. The children are even known when they grow up, they are daddy and mommy. They will be on bed. They will have sex. They will discuss their life. It doesn't mean that they don't do during the week. They do. But that Sunday time, yay, they are together. So the first thing that you will let you know that you are compatible with your man in marriage is he sexually appealing to you? For those of you who did not do the investigation, I'm giving you this now. This is your own expo. Is he sexually appealing to you, or you are just agree for not because he offends you? Get me right too. You need to know that when your husband offends you, one of the things women do is that they don't release their body for sex during that period. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about the time that the two of you are friendly, but the moment is coming to sex. And same thing, the woman is coming to you, you are like, oh, she can go. They note that there is problem in your marriage. This marriage has already crashed. Or probably, if you don't want to crash the marriage, the man has to get another wife whom he will be compatible with. So you must know if you are compatible or not. If you are not compatible, drop the marriage. If you are not compatible, drop the marriage. Sexual compatibility is number one. Sexual compatibility is number one. If you and your wife, you and your husband are not sexually compatible, forget it. Let's drop the marriage. Let the marriage go. And that is why you have to go and investigate and know if you are compatible before you even start it. Don't forget that. And the problem here is that in Africa, you are not allowed to have sex or be having sex before marriage. Even in Christianity, it is not allowed. Now, if you don't do proper investigation, the problem will now be that when you had now married, the sexual problem now comes up, then you are now like cat and mouse in the house. You don't love him anymore. She doesn't love you anymore. The sex that's supposed to bring you together is not there. The flair is not there. I'm telling you this. Let me drop this bombshell. If a Libra and a Scorpion marry each other, I'll tell you, the marriage did not have any sexual feelings at all. I'll come back in the next episode to give us more on this sexual compatibility. Let you understand all this. I don't have the luxury of the time to be dropping everything to 2 hours, 5 hours. No, please, I'm sorry for this. I know some of you are already enjoying it. You want to hear where it's going to end. Subscribe to this channel. Share this. Drop your comment. By the next edition, you will hear more. My name is Akaji.